What's good, peeps?
Look, I don't know where to put my phone.
184.
Fucking, I feel lost right now. I don't know where to
What
put
do I do with my hands?
For real.
This is a special, oh, hello.
I got this.
Cheers, bruv.
Oh, yeah, this is kind of a lot. Sorry.
I know, that's what I was saying. I kind of poured a little too much, so I was like, oops.
This is 5 years worth of liquor in here.
Yep. So this is a special, I mean, it's a normal episode at the same time, but also a special edition, because...
Just a special occasion, not really a special edition. Because we're doing the same old shit just for 5 years now.
Yeah, fair enough. This is a good old 5-year episode. We've been at making episodes, you know, giving y'all
Quality content.
Yeah, giving y'all what you need for the last 5 years now.
Why? Well, I mean,
Give or
because
take.
I've been seeing like all the fucking memories and shit pop up on like social media and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we recorded our first episode officially was March 16th, but we officially put it out on March 25th.
I thought it was March 19th. Was it March 16th?
Oh, fuck. Maybe I'm even wrong. I don't even know what's going on. Let's double check. I saw it on Facebook. I don't even know. Oh, memories. 5 years.
Memories.
ago.
Sure. But,
Oh, but it's only for today. I can't even. Can you look back to other days?
probably
Anyways,
probably not. But either way, 5-year
doesn't
episode.
matter. Yeah, 5 years.
A lot has happened. A lot has changed. Gone through some testing times in the world we live in.
That is true.
Had
That is true.
different presidents. Had fucking a
Lockdown.
pandemic.
Yeah, had a lockdown. We were fucking.
Had survived. The podcast has survived me moving out of the state and coming back.
Yeah. It survived 2 members dropping off.
Yeah. And it's still fucking rolling.
3 set changes. Probably going to be 4 soon.
Yeah. And not even to mention like the random sets here and there.
Yeah.
We've recorded in about
Oh, I guess you're right. Yeah.
we've recorded in 5 different places. Maybe.
The house, the office, 2 different places in the office, here in the shop, the barber shop.
So 5 different studios, if you would say. Kind of just random places that we live or go to. But
What else? A few logo changes. We had the first one that was the bar with 3 mics. Then it was the one that
I
was
feel
with
like-
me and Jordan, and then this.
well, yeah, but that one
most
didn't.
recent one.
That's true. Because did you guys change the logo when I left?
Yeah, to the one with me and Jordan, that like animated one.
That's true. Yep. Those pictures of you guys. I like that 90s theme party or the 2000s
Yeah,
theme party.
yeah.
That's true.
Which was actually a pretty cool animation. Like it was a pretty nice.
It's good. Whoever did it.
Yeah, cover art. And then we just took the no hangover from that, took away the fucking everything away from it, kept the cup, and just simple no hangover now.
I mean, granted, we have the bar light, but it's hard to put a cup in a bar light. All right.
Yeah.
If you find someone that can do it, let
But
me know.
even that shit is
But that shit's classy. All right.
it's pretty nice.
I'm gonna have that shit forever.
I don't know if classy is the right word, but it is nice.
Bar light. I mean, how classy could a bar light be?
Yeah.
But,
I don't know if classy is the appropriate vocabulary, but it fucking
Well, at the same time,
gets the job done.
gets the people going. At the same time, you know, this is no hangover. We drink on it, and we don't get hangovers. Go ahead and hit him with the double entendre.
Shit. But also coming in with the fucking wisdom. I even forget how I used to say it. I used to say it so smoothly. And
come
how it
on.
was.
I always fucking dish it to you. It's an
Fuck.
assist. I love it. You have always described it so well. You want me to do it?
Yeah. I understand.
Pass it
I
back.
can't
All right.
fucking.
I set up. So, no hangover. 2 meanings. 1, like I said, we've drank our fair share in this life. And we don't get hangovers. At least our younger selves didn't. We've had a couple in our older age.
I was pretty drunk at Abner's wedding, and
Yes, you were.
Yeah, I didn't
You
realize.
didn't even post the video of it. Granted, we look stupid.
I didn't realize
But
it
you
until
said-
like the end of the night. Like when everyone was leaving and everything, I'm like, oh shit, like I'm pretty fucking lit. But you know, you drink some water, You learn how to
sober up a little bit.
deal with age and getting old. Yeah, but I had water and I woke up feeling fucking fine. Like, let's do it again.
Well, there you go. No hangover. See?
Okay, but there
Secondary
you go.
meaning.
Yeah, there you go. Back to that.
So, me and Eric and other members of the podcast, we've heard other people's stories, other people's opinions. They might not always align with our own, but there's no hangover from one conversation to the next. Right. We're not going to hold anything against you. It's all love, you know. It's all, we're trying to get to a deeper understanding of new topics, even topics that we feel passionate about. You know, people have difference of opinions. People have a different way of saying things. People have a different way of viewing things. People feel differently when they are told something. So it's all these things rolled into one, as in there's no hangover to it.
Yeah. You
can tell me whatever you want to tell me. I'll hear you out. I'm not going to judge you for what you're telling me. I might not view it the same way, but I'll hear you out, and you know we can have a conversation about it.
Yeah,
and that's basically what the podcast has been. We can have a conversation about anything.
Yeah, talk to different people,
and we've talked about a lot of different things.
Talk about controversial shit.
I mean, most podcasts that people listen to are, you know, they stick to one niche. You know, they'd stick to one thing. We don't do that by any means. We've talked about sports. We've talked about relationships. We've talked about
politics,
conspiracy theories, relationships,
religion,
views
of the world.
Yeah.
Asked each other, you know, questions of would you rather, you know, if you were put in this situation, what would you do? You know, and it just
would you kill a man?
Yeah, I mean, fuck if
the tables turn that way.
Hey, if the fucking the environment's right for it, I guess it would have to happen, you know.
So yeah, we've talked about all kinds of crazy stuff. Cheers to 5 years.
Yeah,
cheers to you, brother.
Cheers. And these are nice. Actually, you can't see them, but it says no hangover right here. Shout out to DJ Tone Capone.
I was just about to do it.
Check him out on Instagram. I'm sure he's got TikTok if you're on there.
Whatever platform you listen.
Yeah, he's good people. We've met some pretty cool people along the way.
Yep,
cool people.
Have had multiple episodes with different people. You know, anywhere from we've had upcoming artists, friends on. You know, entrepreneurs, people just talking about, for instance, sports,
family, and my sister.
Yeah, Rachel's been on.
Nice, that was the time.
Yeah, great time.
And that episode, it really is the epitome of like no hangovers. Like, hey, we might not agree on some shit, but like, you know, it's all love at the end, brother.
That's a funny episode.
Hey,
granted, I did not have a hangover after that. But your boy was gone.
The epitome of fucking no hangovers. No hangovers.
We found out what not to mix. Never mix Jack Daniels and Sailor Jerry's.
Yeah, you're going hard. That shit was fucking. We did drink a lot.
I was just a young lad.
I mean, it's been 5 years. I mean, you grow a lot in a year. So imagine.
Yeah. I imagine
4 more on top of that.
Yeah, imagine 5 of them things.
I feel like we've
both grown for sure. We've both grown a lot. Yeah. But you're pushing 30. Yeah, it's about to happen.
30 is in almost a month.
Yeah.
What's today?
The 21st, 22nd.
22nd, so in less than a month.
So when you guys see this episode, it'll be the 25th. Yeah. So in less than a month, Eric will be 30 years old.
Yeah, my little cleanse is starting soon. So
my cleanse is starting Monday, the 25th.
Monday.
So on exactly the 5-year anniversary of No Hangover, I start this challenge. It's like the little, you know.
Oh, the 75 hard.
Yeah. I don't know why you think that's so funny.
You know why I think it's funny.
This guy, he's a child. But anyways, I start this challenge, 75 hard. And quick recap, can't drink for 75 days. Got to work out twice a day, one inside, one outside. I'll read 10 pages of, you know, I don't know if it's a self-help,
self-improvement book.
Correct. I'll probably end up reading the Bible, honestly.
Yeah,
I want to try to read it all the way through. So I'm
read the Quran while you're at it.
I don't know about that, but maybe to compare. Who knows?
Listen.
Maybe I'll read it one day.
Just for educate, just to fucking open your mind. Just to open your mind.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. Like I'll read it one day just to see.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with, even if it's something that you are
Granted,
you don't necessarily believe in. It's nice to keep your mind open, your eyes open.
I don't necessarily believe in the Quran by any means, and it came 600-700 years.
What if I believed in nothing?
Some people do believe in nothing. That is kind of questionable to me.
Yeah, that is kind of weird to me.
You can't, for each his own. Some people do, but it's a little strange. But anyway, back to the 75 hard. All the things I just said: not drinking, no drinking, working out, reading 10 pages of a book, a self-improvement book. What else is it? I would drink a gallon of water every day.
I do that. I've been fucking putting down water lately.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I've been putting down jugs.
Got a couple sips left. That's not hard for me. So, yep. And then what else? I know it's like take a picture every day to like track your progress. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, stick to a diet. There it is. You have to stick to a diet. It doesn't matter the diet. You can choose it yourself.
Bro, just do a carnivore diet.
I don't know if I could, but see, that's not like it's hard to stick to. Because remember, there's not a single cheat meal for 75 days. And like, I think what I'm going to do for the diet is more of a calorie deficiency diet. I feel like that's easier to stick to because I could still technically eat whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have like legit cheat meals.
Yeah.
But if like, say I eat chicken and rice, that's not, or one day I eat steak, that doesn't interfere with my diet or necessarily a cheat meal.
Yeah, but I guess you do eat a lot of rice and shit like that, so you would have to cut that out.
Yeah, I eat a lot of rice and beans. So.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
Spanish lifestyle.
Comes with the territory.
It does.
I don't mind that. Every Wednesday, I go to my fucking grandparents' house. They got a fucking fresh
for
pot.
you, the Puerto Rican way, I eat the Cuban way. So
very similar ways, but same, but different.
Exactly. Exactly.
But anyways, shit. Fuck a diet. I need to go. I'm gonna go on one.
I'm a little chunky. I know y'all can't see it on the podcast. I don't think y'all can, at least. If you can, fuck you.
I feel like,
but I'm a little chunky.
I've lost weight. I'm like 225 right now.
I'm pushing 190.
But I haven't really been like when I go to the gym now. I've just really been doing body weight stuff, more pull-ups, dips, ab work, body weight, like leg stuff, like whether it's like split squats or fucking.
That's how I knew
walking lunges.
Walking lunges.
Walking lunges.
That's how I knew I was getting heavier. Is the pull-ups.
Yeah, you were struggling. And I was trying to help you out, and you're like, "No, I'm gonna do it." I'm like, "All right."
It's like, let me die.
I'm like, "All right."
Plus, during these 75,
I can bust out some pull-ups right now.
During these 75 days of. Remember, I got to work out every single day.
Twice a day. I feel like that's probably going to be the hardest for you.
No, because I mean, what it's going to be the hardest part is like, what am I going to do? The outside workout's easy. I could just walk or run outside. That's cool. Inside workout, to work out every day, I think I might have to implement swimming. I might do that like swimming Saturdays or something.
I have found myself getting a little bored lately. Like today, all I did was I did 10 minutes on the recumbent bike, the one with the seat, and then I did 10 minutes of the self-propelled treadmill, but I stretched for like 20 minutes, and then I was in the sauna for 15, and then I jumped in the pool for like 5 minutes, and then I left.
That's what I'm saying. So like that part is where I feel like it might be a little challenging because
that shit does get boring.
I have a weight routine, but after 5 days, 6th and 7th day, what am I going to do, Yeah. So I might have to change it up to where maybe I work out hard 3 or 4 days and then switch it up to where like I have a, swimming day where it's like that's technically in the gym. I'm in the gym, but then I'm still going to have to run though every fucking day.
Yeah, that's what I do. Every time I go to the gym, I get 30 minutes on the treadmill. Like at an incline, or I do 30 minutes of cardio. Usually 30 minutes at the incline, the typical 12 for, at a 3 miles an hour pace, like that burns like 360 calories, some shit like that. But I'll do at least 30 minutes of cardio every day right now, and then
so just add 15 minutes to that. That's what I'm gonna have to be doing, because like I did, for instance, yesterday I did 12
but even minutes. If you do like 30 minutes of that, and then fucking 15 minutes of jumping rope.
Good.
Bro, when I remember, especially when during
15 minutes of jumping. Oh
not straight. God. You don't even have to do it straight. Yeah. You could do 1 minute on,
couple sets,
30 seconds off, or do it like, it's just, you start getting, because like at first I wasn't that good, but then like,
fair enough.
I think the longest I went when
I'll probably do that like 20 days, 25 days into the 75 part, because like I said, just doing normal activity. I went on a hike just recently.
Yeah.
I was out of the
There
state. I was
trails
in
around
Utah.
here, yeah. Oh, well, yeah,
No,
you were in Utah. That's right.
I hiked a fucking mountain and I felt it. I felt every fucking ounce of 190. I'm not even 190. I'm very close, but I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, that shit was hard. Granted, it's higher elevation. I was like above sea level, all that good jazz. And
It is higher elevation out there, isn't it?
I was hiking up a mountain and I was like, yikes, this is some fucked up shit. Like I should be able to run this. But it was granted, like I'm talking like a slant. I'm walking up. Like you have to lean forward to walk.
Running, I want to start doing running more because I was going through my photos and shit, and I saw that I forget how long ago it was, but it's probably like 2 years ago at this point. But I had taken a picture of what I did in my time in a mile, and it was like sub 6 minutes or some shit.
Well,
like
I mean,
that,
shit. You used to, and granted, I mean, even back then,
I'm gonna see if
we both lived a different lifestyle. Of course, this was 5 years ago. Y'all's COVID workouts. Y'all were doing COVID workouts. When I came back, I ended up doing one workout with you.
That was probably like, as far as cardiovascular, that was probably when I was at my best because I don't like running for distance, but like we were running like on our cardio days on Wednesday
with your ass all the way to that stop sign, touch it, come back. That shit was a bitch. I was like,
especially because there was like the whole turns and then but there's that long straightaway. And that's when you get to the stop sign, and then you kind of come back,
and it's another long straightaway.
That was the hardest part because, like, once you get to like closer, so that's pretty much almost Bolton Bend right there. It's more turns and shit like that, so you can kind of like in your head, like, all right, I just got this, and this, but that long straightaway, you're just like, all right, like here, like this is the fucking.
Yeah, my thing was
the grind.
See, this is my issue. You had done that a couple times. When I did it with you,
we were doing it, bro. At that point, we were doing it.
When I did it with you, the one time, granted, like I said, one time, I had never done it before, and I'm just like, yeah, sure, I'll go running with you. This motherfucker takes off, I'm keeping his pace, so I'm like right behind him the whole time. I am gassed.
Bad idea. Yeah, I
am gassed, but
I don't like running distance.
That's the thing. I have great endurance. Even then, even the type of lifestyle I lived, I still have always, for some reason in my life, had great endurance. It might be great endurance, and it might be I do not let myself quit. I refuse to quit.
Yeah,
some people are like, "Why are you doing it?" Like you've even said that to me before. Like. You've seen the people, I'm sure everyone knows people in the gym who have no quit or ego lift.
Yeah.
I've done a little bit of everything in my life. All right. I've definitely ego lifted. Definitely. And I have that no quit mentality to where it's like, shit. I shouldn't be doing this shit. I'm going to feel it, but I'm like, fuck it. I'll live to see another day. And I do it. And that's the same thing with that. This is a guy who was running consistently for a while. And I'm coming off of living in Washington where I worked out, but I didn't do any cardio.
You weren't working out like we were working out. At that point, no. We weren't working out how we were working out. That shit was fucking, because like, again, I'm somebody that I don't like long distance running. Like running just to run fucking sucks ass. I hate it. But every Wednesday we would do 1.5 miles, do abs and like hard abs, like work like for like another like 20 minutes of doing abs and then run another 1.5 miles. Like that's shit
sick.
we were on.
That's sick.
Ryan, hey, listen, Ryan, that's the type of shit. That's why I like working out with my friends. That's why I like doing sports and like being like competitive with my friends, because it shows you like who's got that fucking dog. Like, listen, for as much as Ryan is unathletic, he will push himself. Listen, I love Ryan to death, but he is an unathletic motherfucker. Yep. He does not have an athletic bone in his body, but he will fucking push himself. And when he sets his mind to do some shit, he'll do that shit.
Yeah, he'll do it.
And he was keeping.
I mean, shit. I remember all of our crunch days when he first started getting like on his grind.
Even in the running though, like he was probably better than me in the running. Like doing the 1.5 miles. That's something that like like already when we first started, I had to catch up to him on that because I was like, fuck, like I hate this. And at a point, like it is more just mental.
It is.
Anything.
It is. Anything is mental, honestly.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying. That's why I kept your pace. And I was like, how the fuck? Because I kept your pace and I'm like, I breathe heavy anyways, but I was fucking dying.
Because Ryan used to run like what is a 2K? What is
5K,
that?
you mean?
5K? Is that what it is?
That's what the term is. A 5K. Yeah. It's 3.5 miles.
Yeah, I think he's done a couple of those, but yeah, no, that was different times. I don't want to get back to that shit. At least running and shit like that.
Well, that's why I'm gonna try to do. I don't know how long it is, honestly. I haven't measured it out, but I'm gonna just basically run for like 20, 25 minutes. Well, the first couple. Like I said, it's 75 days, so I'm going to pace myself. You know, I'm not going to fucking kill myself the first day.
Hey, well, if you start going running, I'll go running with you. How about that?
I'm going to go running. But that's what I was saying. I want you actually to form a workout plan for me as well.
All right. I could do that for you, too.
I'll test this. I'll test Eric's personal fitness
do you
coaching.
Want, I mean, I guess we could talk about details later about what you want and shit, but all right, that's fine. You know, I got you. I'm here to help.
No, you do.
Really,
that's
like,
why I was like,
I develop skills so I can help other people. Like, I don't really care about making money off of shit. That's probably what my issue is. Like, for the most part, like, I really could, like, I make money obviously to, like, you know, I've always viewed money as more of like a long-term thing. Like, I don't really care. Like, obviously there was a phase in my life where I was like getting fast money. I'm like, oh shit. But like, even at that phase in my life, like I wasn't doing it with the intention of like, I'm trying to get this fast money. Like, I'm trying to get the bag and shit. I was just doing this like, well, you know, it cuts out an expense. I already smoke anyway, so might as well. And then it just happened to turn into, I was making some pretty decent money doing it. Yeah. But like, that's always been I'm not really a big money person. So I'll learn things.
You're not money driven.
Yeah.
Which is, there's a difference. Okay. Some people are solely money driven. They work for money. They, you know, plan and budget and only want to make sure they're making the most money. Other people, for instance, I work to live. I don't work for money at all. Like, I go on trips. I've gone on plenty of vacations. I've been to 10 plus countries. Like, I worked don't get me wrong, I work my ass off. I'll outwork a shit ton of people.
Yeah.
But I don't work solely because I'm like, oh, money, money, money. I'm not Mr. Krabs over here. Like, I'm spending my shit.
Like money.
Like, I'm going on vacations. You can't get time back. All right. Money will come and go. That's been my mentality for a long time. Money comes and goes. I've seen a lot of money in my life. I've lost money. I've made money. And like, even when I like go through the ups and downs of like, oh, you know, some of my money I fucked up, or oh, I'm out this much money, or oh, I have this much debt right now. I've always been able to pay my shit off. I've always been able, like, I work hard enough to, you know, always regulate myself basically. Have I done stupid shit with money? Yes. I mean, just Abner, for instance, we went to Abner's wedding. Before Abner's wedding, Abner's bachelor party, the cruise. I spent stupid money on the cruise. Not even like a lot of money, but I spent like $1,000 that I really shouldn't have spent. And made that back, you know, make it back quick. But it's just like, damn it, why did I do that? But
it's the thrill of the hunt.
At the same time, scared money don't make no money. So
that is true too. So,
I had to try.
You know, we've all been there, done that. But yeah, I mean, I learned these things so, you know, if somebody needs something like landscaping shit, like fucking, if someone needs help to, you know, with working out shit, or I've had a few people ask me about podcasts and stuff, like advice and shit. I
actually
like that.
I got some. I got a couple.
So it's like, you know, I learned these things. Obviously, like, you know, at some point I want to, you know, obviously, yeah, I want to maximize it and shit like that. But like, I don't do things with like Jacob said, I'm not doing things with the intention of money is like the driving force. I'm doing things with the intention of learning and gaining the knowledge of it. And then I have it. And then, you know, at some point it will pay off for me because I have this information. And usually you'll find yourself in certain situations where opportunities will present themselves. And it's like, oh shit, I offer this set of skills for that opportunity. And people are going to be thankful, and most of the time when people are thankful, they reward you in cash and things like that. So that thing, you know, if you do what you want to do, you do what you like to do, you do what you enjoy, at some point, you know, the benefits will come back to you. So, you know,
well, like
I guess that's something that I would press upon people more nowadays. It's like, just do shit that you love, do shit that you enjoy doing. It will come. It will come back eventually.
The money will come. Yeah. I mean, as long as you're doing something you're truly happy about, and like I have a love-hate relationship with what everybody does. Work is, you know, work. Everyone has that love-hate relationship with, but at the same time, like, for instance, for me in construction, I love to do it. Granted, I hate it sometimes.
But it's rewarding.
If I'm tearing out a bathroom or I'm tearing out a kitchen, I'm like, why the fuck? But then you see how happy the people are when the product does, is finished. And it's like, this is why I do it.
Yeah, no, it's rewarding. I mean, the same thing with landscaping, the same thing with like
any physical labor.
Yeah, we've said it before on here. Like, if you do something in manual labor, physical labor, like whatever, like construction, landscaping, roofing, whatever the case may be, like it's something that you're seeing get done, and like that's something that you reap the benefits of what you're doing fairly quickly, for the most part. So like you're able to, it's very rewarding in that sense. And again, I feel like working hard keeps people honest. Like usually the people who are out of their minds or who are fucking, are not grounded at all, the people who are fucking filthy rich and don't know what to do with their time and are fucking can pay for everything to get done instead of, having to work for what you have. And not to say that they haven't worked, but then you get to a point where you are extremely comfortable, extremely content, extremely like, everything is at your fingertips. So then what is the meaning of life at that point?
Correct. And what are you going to do at that point? Like,
and then that's why we see all these celebrities have fucking, midlife crisis at fucking 25, 30 years old, fucking mental breakdowns and all this shit, because they've had the world in a span of really in reality, like
2-3 years.
Yeah.
Most of the time that's how it happens. I mean, celebrities get their fame, they make it to the top, and then boom, like you really see their downfall. It's a very fucking steep downfall.
It's not something that I feel like is sustainable. So that's why, like,
because like you said, you're not really working for it. So sometimes it depends. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying people don't put in the effort and put in the work to make it, because you do. You're not just making it off a fluke. That doesn't happen. But once they make it, a lot of people fall off because they're like, oh, I made it. I made my millions, whatever. Some people are just careless with their money. Some people are trying to help too many people. And I mean, that's a sad thing about coming into money and like making it, because a lot of people will ask for handouts after that. Like your close friends, family, people, and you gotta, you have to take a step back sometimes and be like, is this a good idea? Should I do this?
Yeah. But I feel like,
at the same time, this is coming from someone I've literally like planned, if I ever, granted I don't play the lottery, but I was like, if I win the lottery, I'd give this, all these different people money.
But I feel like the later in life that you find success and wealth, I feel like the easier it is, because you've already gone through life. You've, you've built your foundation, you've built your moral compass and all that shit. And like most of the people at that point in your life, like you've probably vetted them. You've seen enough and you've been around them enough that you know what their character is, who they are as people, like you can kind of believe like this person is saying shit because, they're just saying shit just to say, because it's bullshit, and this person is actually saying shit because they mean it, because they're actually, and not only are they saying it, but you've seen certain things that demonstrate like, all right, like what they're saying, like they're not just saying it just to say,
what
like
they're
they
saying
live
is
that
true.
shit.
Correct.
Yeah, so like that's why, like that whole fucking what's it called, that Nickelodeon documentary that came out and all that shit, like the whole child star thing, and like propping, and I've always said this, propping people up to like untouchable levels and like immortal levels, and it's like because this person acts well, because this person throws a fucking football 60 fucking yards down the field, like we're gonna prop this person up to be a god. And like I've always felt like worshiping people has always been weird, and like the whole like
the
idea
celebrity
of like
culture
the whole idea of like a celebrity and what that embodies has always been fucking weird to me. Like I'm not saying like, hey, listen, this person has an amazing talent, like yes, like do what you do with it, but like to think that they're almighty and all perfect because they sing well is like, all right, well, yeah, they sing really good, but that doesn't mean they still can't be a shitty person, or that doesn't mean that they still can't make mistakes.
I don't understand how people make so much money on being like people that are just famous in general. That's a fucking topic we can do another episode, because that shit's crazy. I do not understand it, why people make.
Well, I mean, certain people, I mean, we all know people that just have like a certain aura about them that you kind of gravitate towards, and like it's easy for it's easy for people to digest in like a social setting, or like, they're just very charismatic. They have a certain look about them. They, carry themselves a certain way, the way they talk to people or whatever. Like some of the things is just kind of naturally charisma, all that shit. But like, then you start figuring that shit out as you get older, and some people will use that to their advantage and, create a whole life off of that. And just, that's just how shit goes. Like some people just have that aura about them, and that's fine. And
yeah, I mean, some people are just naturally drawn to you,
Yeah.
And it's, by all means, I'm not saying, don't make it. Celebrities aren't the worst people in the world. I mean, it's just the people who idolize them and like think that, they like model their whole life. Like, oh, I'm trying to be like this person. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because, everyone needs somebody to look up to. They might not have had, a good role model in their life. They might have, we don't know anybody's past. We don't know what they're currently going through. But it's like, at the same time, to idolize somebody or to spend so much time on like people watching like reality shows or like TikToks. I mean, a lot of
people are just living vicariously through other people.
Yeah.
In that sense.
Which is a, but I'm just saying, like, I'd rather people get out there, live on their own, make your own mistakes, figure your own shit out. Life doesn't necessarily stop for anybody. It doesn't. But do shit, figure shit out, try to make your own shit happen. If it doesn't happen, try something else. If it doesn't happen, try something else.
Real
if it doesn't happen, try something else.
I mean, there's people that, a great example. I was just talking to my uncle about it the other day. Fucking Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
He didn't find success until later in life. And we talk about later in life. How old is he now? Like probably in his mid 40s, early 50s.
No, I think he's in his 50s.
Yeah, but like, he started becoming famous, really popping when Narcos came out. And that came out in like 2015.
Well, that and Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones too. Yeah, even before that. So like, certain people find success later in life. Like, a lot of this shit is not linear. And I know all this shit is cliche and, it's easy to fucking say that shit. But like, me and, Jacob and I are two people that are actually like, we say things and we pursue them, whether they're going up or down or, it's going our way 1 second and it's not. Like, we're actually people that if we're saying we're going to pursue something, we're going to do it. And then,
you're right.
48. So
yes, he didn't see big success until late 40s.
Yeah. So
and that's the new norm, honestly. Like, granted, there is, like we said, child actors.
Well, no, I feel like nowadays the new norm is. Well, I don't know if it's the new norm or not. I don't really have any like data
on it.
But like it feels like, and what's being portrayed is that you can make money right now. It doesn't matter if you're fucking 38 years old. You don't have to put time to invest in certain things. Like you can go and be a day trader and do that. If you're gonna be successful at it, that's one thing or another. But there's a lot more ways to make money right now and like monetize everything right now. Which is a good thing, but then again, it feeds into that whole
that's kind of like
money driven thing. Like you need money to be happy, you need money to be successful, you need money to live.
That's just generational thing as well. Like people wanting everything right now, everything at their fingertips. Like because of social media, because of the way so many people have made money. And don't get me wrong, this is coming from two people who have a podcast. Who don't get me wrong, we would love to make money.
And we have made money from it. Not that it's a lot, but we have monetized it in a sense where, we sold some shirts, we've worked with certain people that have gone, that there has been cash exchange and shit like that. So it's like, again, to Jacob's point, we do want to make money off of it, but
we do.
That's not what's the driving force.
Correct. That doesn't drive us to just make money. It's like, is that nice? Of course. And the people who have made money off of what they do, whether it be, selling merchandise, whether it be just influences, whether it be ads, that's cool, but it's I believe what your point was trying to be is this generation is more of like they want everything right now. They're not necessarily trying to work for shit or see how shit plays out. They want it like right now, whatever I can do to make the least amount of effort for the maximum amount of success. Yeah. So it's like, yes, you could become a day trader. Are you going to do the research? Are you going to, study? Are you going to trade? Are you going to have some bad trades?
There's still time and effort that still has to be put in, even if you want to make money quick, even if you want to make money now, if you want to,
and that's just on stocks. I'm not even talking about like the people who, put out products or try to make it in any way. We've talked on the podcast before. I do Amazon. I do Amazon wholesale. Yeah. That can make me a lot of money. Hopefully I become a millionaire off that shit pretty soon. But that's a lot of effort. I mean, there's just a lot of work to be put in. It's not drop shipping. It's a completely different ballgame. There's a lot of work to be put behind.
Yeah, and like there's still, again, the fact that there is so many ways that you can make money now and like be your own boss is a beautiful thing. But what people get lost in, also it's the way it's advertised. Like, be your own boss, make money now. Like even with real estate and stuff like that, and even like everything that
you work for somebody at the end of the day.
Everything that's but like everything that's being pushed as far as like, even with personal fitness, like personal training stuff, that's something that I've been doing. Like everything that they feed you is like, you can make money right now. Like you can be going from, however much a month to 10, 20,000 a month, like running your own clients, giving out diet plans and shit like that. But there's still time that has to be put into it. It's not like you just take a class and then you just the next day 20,000 in your
bank account.
Like you still have to put in work. You still have to have knowledge. You still have to be able to put things together and like, whatever the specific, trade of whatever you're doing is in your field, or if it is, Amazon or personal training or podcasting or if it's an athletic thing or whatever, like there still has to be time put in, like behind the scenes, what people aren't seeing, and like that kind of gets lost a little bit.
Yeah, we're more of the generation of like, oh, look at me, and just with posting, I mean, people post their whole lives.
So I mean, social media has a big thing to do with that because
it does.
The viral moment, like you can just be posting
people
shit and then
post everything.
Boom, you get one video that has 1 million views and it's like, oh, like
what I like is more of the stories of like people who, for instance, like painters or people who do post videos that like took 5, 7, 10 years to actually get noticed.
Bro, there's painters that, I mean, and I can't name them off the top of my head, but there's like famous painters like from like 100, 200 years ago that none of their work got noticed while they were alive. They reaped none of the benefits of what their art was. I think Van Gogh was one of them. The dude that cut off his ear, like his work was not famous until after he died. So imagine like you're an artist and you're fucking painting shit. No, for real. Like
I'm saying I don't know if Van Gogh was famous at all for his paintings then.
While he was alive, I don't think so. I'm not too sure. If whoever wants to check,
I can't remember my humanities classes. I cannot.
Yeah, but like there's a lot of artists, a lot of famous artists that they fucking a lot of their paintings become world renowned.
Yeah, more painters than anything. Correct, because then it becomes rare at that point. You're never getting another one.
Yeah. So that's when it's like, imagine working your whole life. You're getting fucking mocked and ridiculed your whole life for what you're doing. And then after you die,
something you love to do.
Yeah. After you die, like people are telling you to fucking quit. Like, this isn't making you any money. You fucking live in poverty. You're a fucking bum, all this shit. And then after you die, oh, like I want fucking $50 gajillion for your shit now. It's like, like, that's the thing about like, that's the thing about life too. Like it gives you a warped perception of life of like, I'm doing something, so I deserve praise. It's like, no, like just because you're doing something, it doesn't mean shit to anybody, really. Honestly, like it doesn't.
The podcast is right there. It's a perfect example. Some people do not.
Epitome.
You gave a perfect example right there. What we're doing, what me and Eric are doing right now, 5 years. This is 5 years.
5 long years, let me tell you.
5 years worth of recording, getting equipment, figuring our shit out, figuring out cameras.
Technical difficulties, fucking equipment failing, fucking
figuring out how we're doing this. Why are we even doing it? We've questioned ourselves multiple times. Why the fuck are we doing this shit? But it's like because we have a passion to do it. It's more than a hobby, like this isn't just like, oh, this is just a hobby of mine. It's not. It's more than a hobby. It's a part of my life, honestly. It's a part of Eric's life. Like
this is my life.
We gotta post it. We gotta post that video. Oh, perfect fucking setup for that.
Post like a 5-second snippet of that shit.
Oh my god. Funny as fuck. Perfect example though. Jesus.
That is rich.
I got the smiles now. Damn.
You got my fucking permission to post 7 seconds of it.
Deal.
Just until the part where I run into the camera and then cut it off.
Like, no. All right. But yes, that'll
grab the people's attention. Fuck.
Gets the people going.
There you go.
But anyways, this is, it's more than just a hobby for us. Like, we do this because we like to do it. Will it make us money? Who knows? Hopefully we can retire off this shit. But Barstool, they haven't been calling. They haven't. We've been asking. No, I'm just kidding. We haven't submitted shit to them, so I don't know if they just find you.
Well, I mean,
Joe Rogan, by all means, do your thing.
Views helps, and fucking generating. I mean, that's a lot of the thing too. Like, again, cutting out the middleman and not having to go through corporations and shit. Like things like YouTube, streaming, fucking Spotify, all that shit. Like you can go direct to fucking consumer. So
that's true. You can make your own money without ever having to deal with like a boss or someone telling you, "Oh, I'm going to get it cut." No, you're not. We're going to do this, and we'll tell you. But
I mean, the thing, when Barstool or Spotify, like how they came for Joe Rogan and all that shit, like it helps with, they pay you a certain amount, and obviously it's a percentage of that is going to go into production and like,
yeah, that would definitely
making
help.
the episodes look better. I mean, I'm like, again, we've been in talks with certain people that, have wanted to help us and, have wanted to offer us money for one reason or another. It didn't work. And not to say that, it's never going to happen, but in that moment in time, it didn't happen. But, that being said, we've had multiple talks with different people, so we know there's something there. It's just a matter of honing it in and, just ironing out little fucking details, which I'm sure you can go back fucking 20 episodes and fucking hear me say the same shit. But that's essentially what it is. Like,
it takes 20 episodes to figure this shit out, You don't know how many weeks this is. I mean, you might have been doing the math, but you don't know.
Really, and I'm not blaming it on this, but around this time last year, I just fucking was having bang, bang, bang bad luck that really just fucking threw off everything that I was trying to do at that moment. In that moment, yeah. And it's not a big deal. Like, I mean,
we've all been on that ledge before.
Yeah.
As Eric has said before, this is 5 years, 5 long years. This podcast did not start with 2 people.
It started with 4.
So, I mean, there's a lot
of... You guys are always welcome, baby.
There's a lot of things that have happened, and not, condoning anyone or saying it's anybody's fault that why we're at now where we're at. That's not anybody's fault.
It's life.
It's just how life has gone for all of us. Shit has happened to all of us during that time. And it's how we, some of us wanted to continue. Some of us didn't. Some of us have had to be talked into it. Eric. But Eric's also been the heart and soul for a long time of it. So it's like, it's as much as it's like, oh, I gotta sell you on something. He's always there, he ain't giving up yet. Like he said, it is his life.
Only all reliable.
Yep.
All reliable, like fucking SpongeBob's fucking jellyfish net.
There you go. But what's the greatest part is for the 5-year anniversary here, we haven't gone into the topics at all.
We're 40 minutes deep, 43 minutes
Not
deep.
once have I even looked at these fucking topics. Which is great, because honestly, I have a whole another episode. So
next week.
Yeah, honestly, we could.
Shit. Yeah, I mean,
if you want to, we could talk about which one.
Do you have a favorite fucking episode? Something that sticks out?
A favorite episode of ours?
A favorite moment? A favorite anything?
Over the 5-year course?
Over the 5-year course, brother. Over the 5-year course. I will say, recording during COVID and during lockdown, when it was me, Jordan, and Dennis, we were literally in our kitchen certain times, like just setting up the table, setting up the mics, interface, and just because that was before we had video. It was just straight audio. So there would be times where we're just sitting in the kitchen, you're in that fucking bowl and bend and just fucking recording episodes. Me and Jordan facing each other, Dennis right here because it was a round table. And just fucking I don't even remember how many episodes. It had to be because we had nothing else. 50. We had nothing else to do.
Well, and then I left at what episode did I leave? 15?
Man, let me see if I have SoundCloud because I know we have all the shit on there. Because we definitely had an episode of breaking the news that you were going good old.
I think it was 14 or 15.
No Hangover podcast. Jesus Christ. God, the random hour. Is that? Oh, that's only liked. How do I go
You
to
gotta
my?
find it.
How do I go to all
Beats
the
me.
episodes? Well, I know it's on fucking Apple too. We have all the episodes on Apple.
There you go. Find it. I believe it was 14 or 15 that I left. And then I came back. Well, I came back for one, which was not that far. It was
195 episodes in total.
on
we
what?
have.
Apple?
Well, yeah, that's all of them. Episode 1 was
Well, why the fuck are we calling this one 184?
because we did reviews. We've done fucking.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Special episodes in between.
Yep.
It's all under the No Hangover umbrella.
Yeah. I've been pushing to say this is 185. But
Well, I know episode 26 was the one that we were. You had coming to town, and that was the one that we recorded at like fucking 3 a.m.
So that was it. 26.
26 was so you were already in Washington and you were back first, so
Came back for the weekend.
we're back.
Or like a week. I don't know.
Let's see.
Came back for my mom's birthday.
We're bringing another episode of Night possibly in the way. Yeah, no, that's not it. 17. Yeah, so episode 14 is when he left because we did a episode. The cover art was a map of the United States with a plane
Flying away.
going to. Well,
Yeah.
the plane was.
So we
on.
started 14 episodes deep, and I was like, all right, see y'all later.
Peace.
Left for a year. So they held the fort down. In a year's time,
Let's
you
see.
didn't get that many episodes without me.
Yeah, we did because then we had COVID. And
You didn't get that many episodes. 14 to 50. It was like 40. What? 40 something episodes you got without me? Barely. 30 something. 35.
So, damn, we got an episode of when Kobe Bryant died. R.I.P. That's just wild. A fucking helicopter accident. Like, imagine that shit.
Out of all things.
Episode 40. Let's see. What was episode 40?
I think I
This
came back
week, long
for
discussion
51.
About oversaturation music, the topic. Blah,
Stop
blah,
looking at
blah,
40.
blah.
Look at 51 and 52. One of them, Ryan was on right before me. That was like the first episode of video. And then I was on, I think, like the second or third episode of video.
Ryan was on 54, 55. And yeah, you were on 56.
Was on 56?
Yeah, so
What's the
episode
first-
56 is here and our guy Jacob is back.
Boom.
So yeah. It's just so funny looking back at that shit and like where we were at in life and like just like you said, we have grown a lot. It was pretty recently that I said
Yeah,
that.
you guys only hit 42 episodes without me. Big
yeah, and you
whoop.
were gone what? For
Whoop-de-doo, Basil. A
You're
month
gone
and
for-
some change.
a year and a half. You said a month and some change.
No, I said a year.
You
and
said a
some
month.
change. I said a
We'll
year.
fucking run the tape back, brother. We'll
I swear
run
to
the
God, I
tape.
said a year and some
You said
change.
a month and some change, dog. You said a month and some change. And I'm like, what?
We'll listen to this.
That's
Fuck
the fucking crown talking.
What
right there.
time? What time you at right now?
It's at
Put that in the notes
48,
right
48,
48
48,
minutes?
10. So like what, 15, 20 seconds ago, you definitely said a month,
47.
and some change.
40.
Anyways, that's not the
What was
point. But like, we, like you said, we have grown a lot. We have,
Yeah,
I've said
we
recently
were
on this,
children, for
you
God's
know,
sake.
pretty recently that I've just now started feeling like a man, like a grown up.
Like an adult.
Yeah, not too long ago. It's been like probably a few months since I've said that, but like that is true. That is an accurate statement. Like,
And he's pushing 30. It's going to be 30 in less
it's
than a
like
month.
I felt like a fucking, not that I felt like a kid. I just like the reality of like, yeah, I'm an adult. Like I'm
Yeah.
an adult. Just letting that really settle
Yeah.
and sit in. I'm like, oh wow, yeah,
Yeah.
I am.
No, I feel that.
I'm fully an adult.
I had done my taxes
Childhood is
a
gone.
while ago, and I'm like still waiting on my
I
tax
still
return.
need to do my
I'm
taxes.
like, son of a bitch. No, I did my taxes.
Didn't the fucking government shut down again not too long? They've been. It seems like every year around tax season. Oh yeah, the government's shutting down. Oh, the government's. We have a government shutdown. It's like no
Let me get
fucking
that.
like. Fuck. How does that happen?
Fuckity fuck.
The government, the GOV. I've been playing Conflict of Nations on my phone, and that really makes.
You're really going to talk about it?
Bro, that's the fucking shit. Look, you even be able to hear it because I have the Bluetooth.
Hello.
You hear that?
Yep.
You want to hear something else? You hear the wind blowing?
Yeah, and the birds.
Reporting for duty.
Bro, that's my panda team. My elite fucking squad of fucking assassins. So I started out as Virginia.
My panda team. He says.
Yeah, you had to name him because it was a seasoned vet, so you had to name that shit. But I mean, again, we've talked about it. You know
I
how
was not expecting this episode to go this way. By any
how
means.
else did you expect it to go? This is how it goes.
I don't know, but
really, if it was up to us, like there would be almost zero structure. But we're trying to make it at least
Factional.
coherent to you guys.
Yeah.
Because I would jump all over the place. But back to Conflict of Nations and how it ties into how the fucking world is just a fuckery of fucking fuck. There's really no other way to put it. But so Conflict of Nations, it's like a strategy game. You can either be, right now, the one that I'm most focused on is, it's pretty much a civil war in the United States. So you can pick a state and then you start expanding your territory. Obviously, how you expand your territory is taking over using armies and brute force. But like, once you take over certain cities, like you can, build them up, build certain like army bases, recruiting offices to build up the morale of the city. It increases the population, things like that. And like, you run it how you want to run it, essentially. If you want to keep the morale of the cities down, then there'd be like revolutions and like fucking rebel armies and shit that will come up that you have to fight. Like it's a fun game. And I'm not really into strategy games like that, but it's fun. But it puts things into perspective as far as like the way the world works, and like it really is just like a fun.
It's gonna be funny how the rest of your night plays out after drinking this with you. It's like cheers, because you, sir, you're gonna be on one.
You've opened up the mind.
You're gonna be on one the rest of the night. That's gonna be funny,
bro. I usually am on one. I just be fucking saying shit. It makes sense, but a lot of what my life is just fucking being a stream of consciousness and working out my thoughts in real time. But anyways, back to what I was saying before I get off topic, that life is essentially Conflict of Nations, except as like if it was like 200 or 300 years ago, it was a lot more acceptable to just fucking run up on somebody's land and fucking, hey, you're either going to do what
I'm bigger than you.
Yeah, pretty much. You're either going to do what I say. I'm going to take this shit with force. Now it's a little bit more like diplomatic, and you can't just be, I mean, you can do it, but you have to fucking do it with smoke and mirrors. You can't just straight up say anymore like, I'm going to fucking go to war with this country because I want their resources. Especially if you're a big power in the world, because there's also, now there's PR and fucking, the way that you're perceived and fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it off the top of my head right now, but like, just the way that the world looks at you now with social media and all that shit, fucking, now you got to do things like, yeah, I'm doing things with class, but I'm still going to fucking blow you up. Like, I'm still going to fucking fuck you up right now.
Every country has their personal agendas and everything.
Yeah.
Yes, like you said, there's PR and I mean, there's just countries trying to look good. I mean, the US
but still doing dirty shit. Yeah, we're trying to look good because we are the leader of the free world and all that shit, but we still do dirty shit.
We do all the time.
Fucking
and
Russia, we know they do dirty shit, but like they still try to put North Korea, like it is known in the world that they do dirty shit, but what they try to feed to their people is that we're the best, but they don't know any better because of the restrictions and all that shit. So it's still, it's fucking wild. Just life is, that's why, like, I'm not surprised by a lot of things. Like, obviously there's still so much I need to see and still need to learn and blah, blah, and all that shit. Like, I'm not saying I'm like the fucking kumbaya, like I'm the master of all knowing shit, but like life doesn't really surprise me at this point. Like, if something might have shock value in the moment, but then once you sit down and think about it, it's like, oh, that makes sense. And like, I'm not surprised that shit happened. Like, all right, like, and then you just keep it moving. It's wild how life just has a way of taking your innocence and fucking numbing you to the cold, hard realities of life.
That's one way to look at it. Yeah, it kind of does do that.
It sure does. It sure does.
I mean, life, work, fucking taxes,
bro.
Shit.
Yeah.
Everything you go through, you're just like, all right, I'm tired of this. Like,
real shit.
Same
life,
shit.
If you want to stop, life will fucking please stop. I have fucking 8 billion other people.
I dare you.
I have 8 billion other people I'm trying to
fuck with.
Yeah. One less won't fucking fuck with me. Just stop. Life makes it easy for you to do that, but it's about persevering. Like I've said, fucking resilience is
mental toughness.
That resilience, mental toughness, those are the things that like I really admire in people. Like, It's not how much fucking money you have and all that shit. It's not like, you know, all that superficial shit don't matter. But like if you're getting knocked down and you still are getting back up, no matter how life has been fucking you, knocking you down, fucking beating you up and all that shit, like if you still have the fucking energy and the fucking grit to fucking get back up and be like, all right, dust myself off, fucking do it again. Like I still have a goal in mind. I don't care if it takes me my whole fucking life to get there. And even if I don't get there, I know I was fucking working.
Tried, damn it.
Exactly. That's the type of shit that I fucking admire in people.
Correct. I admire people that try, and like even if, for instance, like you said, even if they don't make it, right? They tried. They gave it their all. They went at it full force, and if it didn't happen, it didn't happen, you know?
Real
Some things in life prevent it from happening. Mm-hmm. But they knew, I'm not quitting on this. I'm going to fucking keep doing it.
I ain't quitting you.
Yeah.
That's the shit right there. That's the shit that'll get me fired up for somebody. Real shit.
Be able to run through a wall.
Real shit. But, you know.
You won't run through this wall.
I probably could.
Probably could.
I'm not going to.
16
it's just
inches.
fucking drywall, bro. I will fucking demolish that.
The drywall is easy. Them 16 inches apart studs will get you.
Well, you know, I'll do a little
test.
Yeah.
You're going to just turn your body and perfectly through 16
Bro,
inches.
I weigh fucking 225 pounds. If I just fucking throw myself out the wall, I'll be halfway there. So if I do a little force and I just make myself skinny and fucking I'll run through those walls like fucking nothing. Like wet paper towels.
I don't know about that. But
yeah, it probably won't be that, but
don't get me wrong, I can kick through this.
Those doors probably though. Those doors are flimsy.
The door, yeah, by all means.
I've punched a hole in one of these doors before. Not in this house specifically.
Anger issues.
Not anger. I'm not gonna go into full detail, but I was in the hole, essentially. I owed somebody, but they were cool about it. Everything was cool. But I got out of a sticky situation, and then I'm like, fuck, now I got another sticky situation that I got to get out of. And I was just fucking angry, and I punched a hole into my bedroom door. And then everything ended up being fine. So that, you know, it's moments like that that's like, bro, there's no reason to fucking spaz out and be angry. Like, but, you know, I had to punch a hole in my wall to figure that out.
Happens
or in my door.
of us.
Yeah. I've punched a hole in my wall, too.
Honestly,
yeah, there's been times. I mean, obviously, as a young man, as a kid, you know, growing up, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22,
I have pictures
23.
To this day. I have pictures placed in certain areas where I didn't want to patch the drywall.
There was one time my stepdad he was pissing me off. He was fucking grinding my gears, and like, I was holding myself. I was composing myself. I didn't fucking say anything slick. I was just taking it. And then he left from wherever I was. I went up to my room. And when I tell you, I fucking punched almost to the fucking...
next wall.
Yeah. Like, I was pissed. And I'm like, fuck. So I had to tell my mom about it, obviously. And she's like, Eric, like, why would you do that? Like, Mom, I was fucking pissed. Like, I was not happy. Like, it's either the wall or this man's face. So I chose the wall. And then we ended up putting a baby picture of mine over it. No questions were asked for fucking years. They're just like, you just have a random baby picture. I literally had no other pictures on my wall. Just that baby picture on my wall. It's like, really? That's the picture you choose? I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
No questions were asked though, so.
Shit. If I took off a big ass mirror, I could find some. If I took off one picture, I'd find another.
Shit.
Yep.
The scars of our fucking lessons. Yeah. That's what that is.
I was a young lad.
Yeah, no, I mean, you go through it. That's the thing, you know.
Probably like what? I don't know. I was like 22, 23 maybe.
Bro. I mean, isn't it now like, wasn't it, you know, 25 was the kind of like consensus of when your brain is developed, and then something came out recently that it's like 30 now.
Who knows? Probably all the drinking kind of stunned our brain development a little bit.
All that marijuana.
Well,
the vapes now too. The vapes.
Yeah, I've
never
hit vapes, but
I hit vapes. Obviously, like they were just coming out when we were like in high school and shit like that, like becoming popular.
Hookah.
Like
I smoked my fair share of hookah.
Same. You probably smoked a lot more hookah than I have.
Yeah, especially my stint in Washington there. That's what I did.
You had a little hookah?
I had my own hookah.
Yeah.
Smoke every now. I didn't smoke it like every day.
I really can't.
I'd smoke hookah. If I was bored, smoke some hookah.
Yeah, I really can't. Me and Jordan. Sorry for airing you out, bud. But me and him fucking had the bright idea of putting we just had a lot of weed left over and we just put it with the hashish and mixed it up. Bro, when I tell you, man, that high was in fucking awesome. Like that shit was impeccable. And then we were never able to make it happen like that again, but that shit was funny.
Put it on the top or put it on the bottom?
No, we put it fucking where you put the hashish and all that shit.
I know, but I'm saying like the weed, did you put
we
it?
Just kind of like mixed it in. Like there was more on the top,
Did you put
but we just kind
tobacco,
of
weed, tobacco? Did you put tobacco, weed? Burn it.
Yeah, kind of like that. But we like mixed it in though. Like it wasn't just like, it wasn't layered necessarily. It was like a concoction kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, but it worked that one time and that shit was pretty fucking lit. But I usually have to if I really if I'm gonna enjoy hookah, I usually got to smoke a little bit before I actually smoke. I got to get my lungs something that they like before I put something that is
fair enough.
Not really what I like.
Fair enough. I just like blowing clouds. It's more for like the smoke trick.
Yeah. But that also helps my lung capacity, I feel. If I just try to rip hookah off, I'll fucking cough my lungs
I'd probably
out.
die if I smoked hookah.
But there's people that will do
I haven't
that.
smoked in months.
Yeah, there's people that could just rip a hookah fucking clean off the fucking first bowl and be okay. I'm like, oh my God.
I mean, I probably could,
me.
but at the same time, I'd be like,
no, I would cough a lot. I already know I would, but yeah.
I'd try to hit it like a cigar. I would try to not to inhale it.
See, but I feel like it's easier to hit a cigar because I don't know. With cigars, I'm not really doing it for the clouds as much as I am for hookah. When I smoke hookah, I am doing it more to get the clouds. Cigars, it's something that I can kind of puff on a little bit and ease my way into it. And then when I'm a quarter into it, I'm like, all right, now I can start taking big puffs and doing clouds and shit.
You still got my cigar lighter, right?
Yeah, it's in my car.
You got the cutter too?
No, because I have my own cutter. You trying to smoke a cigar? I still got a blunt. I'm probably smoke that.
Fair enough.
Cut that out. I'm just
Fair
kidding.
enough. How long are we at right now?
An hour and 2 minutes.
That's hilarious to me.
Doesn't it feel like so shorter than that?
Yeah.
Look at it. Time flies when you're having fun, buddy.
Honestly, didn't go into this episode at all.
We'll leave it for next week.
Didn't go to it.
If you want to do it during the week, we can put it out during the week and shit like that. We can. I feel like you didn't put basketball in there either, and I feel like we should talk about basketball because I've started watching now.
Playoffs now?
Yeah.
Or what?
Well, it's almost. There's only 15 games left.
I know.
13 games left. Yeah. Start getting into it because
now
again, we're seeing that the fucking Timberwolves are showing who they are and kind of falling off a bit. The Nuggets are rising to the top because the middle of the season doesn't fucking matter. They just stay afloat, which afloat for them is what I think at worst they were fourth. The Magic are a 5-4 seed right now. The Heat are right where they should be at the bottom of the fucking playoff race because they suck. Damn, I didn't even get a reaction. They don't suck, but they're not.
Suck.
They're not what they are. They're not
right,
what you think they are.
Okay, again, when the playoffs come, what's going to happen?
Yeah, Jimmy says that shit, but he's hurt every other fucking day.
But when the playoffs come, what's going to happen?
Yeah, they're going to get bounced. They're not going to do that shit 2 years in a row.
Magic is a 4 seed. Heat is a 7 seed.
Yeah, and they lost the other night, didn't they?
And games back, for instance, they are...
Yeah, I mean...
Y'all are... Magic is 13.5. Heat is 17.
Yeah, Boston has run away with the East. They've already clinched the East, essentially.
Yeah.
Because I think
10 games above the Bucks.
Yeah. But the Bucks are coming into form now.
10.5.
The Bucks are coming into form now. We're seeing the Mavericks that don't play defense are at the bottom of the fucking... I mean, everything's starting to play out. That's why, especially, I mean, now
the
that...
Western Conference, the Nuggets, they're up there, but you know who's the number 1 seed?
OKC.
Yeah, Thunder.
But they're a young team. This is their first taste.
Crazy.
Yeah, he is nice. But this is their first taste of success. The Nuggets have
Timberwolves are on that ass. They're 1 game back.
Yeah, but they have fallen down a little bit. They have kind of...
Who has the Timberwolves?
Yeah, just a little bit.
They're a game back.
I understand that, but the way that they've been playing and shit like that. And
I guess they
were hot. They were super hot.
Thunder is 20 losses.
Yeah, I know it's very close. But I'm just saying
close.
The Clippers are another one that have fallen off. That's what I'm saying. Look in their last 10 games: 5-5, 5-5, 8-2, and 7-3. That's the difference. Pelicans 7-3. You're starting to see the contenders and the pretenders. people get, and again, I get it.
Sure,
People need something to talk about in the beginning of the season.
Warriors
this, that, whatever.
5-5, Lakers 6-4.
Again, but that's where they should be because they're not good. LeBron James, as much as I love him, he's old. He can't carry a team like he used to. 5 years
the
ago.
Rockets are fucking crazy right now. The Rockets last 10 games. What do you think the record is?
8-2.
9-1.
Nice. Where are they in the?
They're 11th seed.
Yeah,
They're out of the.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're going to make too much noise.
Who knows?
But
They might catch the Warriors. They might be a playing team.
they might. They're going to fight for it, but I still think they're a little too young. I think in those moments, the Warriors still have the savvy to pull those out.
Spurs crazy.
The Spurs fucking suck, but
They do.
Victor is fucking. He already has more blocks than any other defensive player in the last, I think like 5 or 6 years.
I still think Chet should get the Rookie of the Year though.
No,
They're the fucking number 1 seed.
yeah,
And
but
he's averaging-
Shea is the best player.
He is the best player by all means, but I'm just saying.
And Chet
He's
might be the third
averaging-
option though, behind that Williams kid,
Bro,
Jalen Williams.
the kid
I think.
is averaging fucking 17, 8, and 3.
What about that Jalen Williams guy?
Beats me what he's averaging. I don't know.
All right then.
Don't know.
Josh Giddey's nice too, even
Jalen
though
Williams
he was
guy.
fucking
He's averaging 19,
17-year-old.
19 points, 4 rebounds, 4
Josh
assists.
Giddey or the Williams guy?
Williams.
Yeah, so there you go. They have a
Josh
good team. Lou
Giddey.
Dort's nice. Fucking, they have a good team. But
Josh
Shea
Giddey,
is
11 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists.
he's 6'8", but he's
Shea is averaging fucking
he's a
31.
beast.
5.6 rebounds and 6.4 assists.
Yeah, he's a fucking beast.
25 years old.
But yeah, I mean, we'll
Killing the
save
game.
all that fucking sports talk for next episode. We're at about an hour 6
the next
in.
one.
We'll fucking for the next one, Jacob. Is there gonna be a next one?
Of course.
Shit.
We got to talk about what
Should
it
we
is, though.
finish at least?
The glasses while talking? Sure.
We got 4 minutes. Never mind, 3 minutes.
To spare?
Yeah.
That's easy.
Until it's a minute 10 or an hour 10. I said a minute 10, just like you said, a month and some change.
We'll look at it then. Cheers, mate.
Oh man. So no favorite moment? You never answered that question.
Oh, favorite moment for the past 5 years? A couple.
Gross.
I was. Heard that.
Shit caught all of
I was
it
like, hey, yo.
in high def.
Literally. I got a couple episodes with Kristen and Jakayla. Those were fun.
Oh, I forgot about them. Yeah. Those were pretty
episodes with just the whole squad. Episode 100.
Yeah. We
That was
got
a fun
Skylar,
time.
fucking BP, Dennis, Jordan, Ryan, yourself, me, Abner, Skylar,
I think you already said Skylar. I think
Did I?
Steven was on it too.
Steven. Steven, he was. Matt,
think
was he
so.
there?
No, man, it wasn't.
No.
I think everybody was on that bitch.
Well, we have 5 years, and then in 15 episodes, essentially, we have episode 200. So hopefully by that time we'll be, set up to where we can actually make it, something fun, cool, not just us reminiscing and bullshitting, getting drunk. Even though I feel like that's pretty fun, getting drunk with us. If you want to drink with us, maybe I'll preface that in the beginning of this episode, like, hey, if you want to drink with
Steven
us.
was not there.
Who was? It's all the people that I
everyone
said.
you named.
Yeah.
Ryan, Skylar, BP. Look at us. Just some young lads.
And fucking Ryan in the fucking Penny Hardaway jersey, turn up, looking young and skinny. Now he's old and fat.
Home ownership will get you. That was a fun
There's
episode.
something else that'll get you.
Honestly. That was a great episode. 2 years ago. 2 years.
2 years. 2 years. Well, look at us now, baby. Look at us now. Fucking.
Yep. We'll be on episode 200.
Let's see if. Let me
Sooner
play
than
with
later.
this fucking. Should we get a fucking a round of applause for 5 years? Or should we get this?
Probably not that. 5. I don't know about that.
Crickets.
That just hits.
Crickets.
That just hits,
Damn, that shit went forever. It went a lot longer than the fucking applause. Well, that's the one thing that I feel like before we close up, we got about 30 seconds left before we're going to start checking out. Being honest and humble with yourself. will take you a long way. And whatever you're doing, don't lie to yourself. If you're not good at something, if you have issues, if there's hurdles that are hindering you that are self-inflicted, be honest with yourself.
Yeah. Get over that shit.
Real shit, because that's
Stop being a bitch about it.
that's what's kept us going. We just had a fucking honest conversation. What?
Not even 3 days ago.
On Wednesday when you got back? Tuesday. You got back Tuesday. I talked to you on Wednesday. So
You talked to me Tuesday.
was it Tuesday? Well, I don't know.
I called you back. You called me. I called you back like an hour and a half later.
Oh, okay. So Tuesday. So
Tuesday.
there you go. You know, you got to be
Cheers, bro.
honest with yourself. Finish this off.
Oh, God. No hangovers tomorrow, you know?
Everybody love everybody. We'll see y'all next week. Deuces.
Peace.